Back here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania officially has a state budget. Lawmakers worked over the weekend to get it done. Let's get right to Dennis Owens live at the state capitol with the very latest. Dennis, what's happening?
Well, hello, Sarah. We do have a budget. In fact, I'm hearing a lot of applause come from the reception room, the governor's reception room behind me, filled with Democrats. There's been a lot of applause lines. He is about to sign the budget into law. About 12 days late, which is far better than last year, which dragged all the way until November. What is in it? It's a $50.8 billion spending plan. Senate Republicans claiming victory on that because remember, the Democrats passed the governor's proposal, which was $53.3 billion, so they feel to a degree they held the line. For some Republicans, it still doesn't match what the revenues are, so they had objections to it, but the fact of the matter was there weren't many objections. It passed both chambers overwhelmingly about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Remember the pre-Act 9 retirees? We've talked about those people that retired before 2001 that didn't get the benefits of the pension hike. Well, they're going to be taken care of. A lot of them make a little bit of money. The pensions aren't large, and they're older folks. Well, they are going to be taken care of as part of this budget as well. We did get reaction moments ago. As I said, both passed about 4 o'clock, and the governor is about to sign it as we speak into law. Here's some reaction from various lawmakers.
I'm a no vote on this budget. It spends $1.2 billion more than we're taking in, and that's after all the accounting tricks that puts $2.6 billion into another fiscal year.
To have individuals in this building that's willing to come up with solutions and not just have complaints around these various issues we all know and care about deeply, but I think this is a step in the right direction.
We have consistently fought to make sure that we didn't need to raise taxes, we didn't need to dip into our rainy day fund, and that we took care of Pennsylvanians, and we did that in this budget. This is a good budget.
That was Senate Pro Tem Kim Ward saying it's a good budget, and that's exactly what's being said by the Democrats and the governor here. No tax increases, also that's one part that they were touting, and they are not going to tap the rainy day fund, which is about $8 billion, and Senate Republicans really wanted to hold the line on that. So that's what's in the budget. I want to bring in my colleague Harry Murphy for what's not in the budget, because the fact is there are a couple of big issues out there that they just didn't get to.
That's right, Dennis. We talked about some of the things that are in the state budget this year, but let's talk about some of the things that are not in the state budget. Most notably, skill games legislation. Now, Dennis, we've been talking about skill games for a while now, but back in June, the state Supreme Court ruled that skill games are in fact slot machines, making them subject to the Gaming Act and Crimes Code. At that time, they also issued a 120-day stay, which prevented law enforcement agencies from taking action against skill games, but that 120-day period is set to end on October 13th.
Especially when it comes to skill games with 70,000 plus machines throughout the Commonwealth, it's virtually impossible to go in and remove all those machines. And from what I know, skill games have been a partner that's trying to figure out how do we get to a regulations that that's fair, that they want to be the oversight want to be in place.
Now, in addition to skill games, there was also no action on the state's felony murder statute. The state has until July 24th to take action on that, coming up on ABC 27 News at 11. We'll give you a look at what happens if they don't.
Bottom line is the clock is ticking on a couple of big issues that a lot of people were hoping would get settled, skill game being one of them. 120-day clock on that, as you mentioned, and if that clock runs out without legislation, there could be crackdowns on those skill games. Various district attorneys, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but they have been ruled illegal, and at that 120-day mark, people could go around, start seizing them. State police could do it as they did once before when the court stopped them, but those court breaks would no longer be on that. And the felony murder, which is far more acute and far more soon that they have to deal, that hasn't been dealt with either. So there's some disappointment that some of the things that didn't get dealt with. But the bottom line is lots of applause back here, Sarah. It's a Sunday. They were working. They got the budget done, and it was overwhelmingly bipartisan. That's the story from the state capitol. For Harry Murphy, I'm Dennis Owens. Let's go back to you.
All right, Dennis, thank you so much for that. We know you'll have much more coming up tonight at 11.
Hi, I'm Eric Finkenbinder from ABC 27. We're excited to announce the new ABC 27 News Plus app. Live stream newscasts or watch content on demand. This is different than the ABC 27 app on your smartphone. You can check this out at home, and it's very easy to use. With a Fire Stick, go to the home page, scroll down to search. From there, enter ABC 27. Move over to the apps, and there we are. Click the icon and install. It's just that easy.